everyone, it's Moonlight Mason and it is October 2018 and I just want to show you my Halloween wig. Why am I talking like that? Why are you guys gonna make such a big deal out of my wigs? These wigs are worn for entertainment purposes only, and they're only worn for you. Do you really think that I go to Halloween parties? Girl, I don't leave the house. I only go to Target, and then I come back and do YouTube because I love it with all my heart, and I want to make it work, and it will work, and I won't give up. I won't give up because I love it so much, just like I love this wig that you guys can chit. By the way, there are two other pieces to this wig, two big pieces that go here and go whoop, woo. And you know what? My next video, I may wear the two pieces, or you can wear one piece right here and go whoop, wee. Anyways, you know, I'm going to go from being really silly and to being a little more solemn. And this video has to do with, now, Manny MUA released his video Wake Up Call. And so let me tell you just a little bit about what was happening with me yesterday. Is I had a wonderful morning. I had a great morning. And it was because it's almost like one of those days where you realize a goal come true. And every single time I go and get my blood work as I get older and my results come back excellent, and the doctor says, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep it up. And I tell the doctor I'm 100% vegetarian. I haven't eaten any meat in almost 18 years, since the year 2000. I haven't had any meat. I don't drink alcohol. I go to sleep every night. And if you're interested, you can read my book. That's what I told her, because my book is all about being your best self, living your best life. And that includes longevity and just being healthy. And I was on top of the world. I was so happy, and not really having anyone to share it with. I did share that with my sister because she works during the day. I didn't want to bother her at work. It's hard to share good news sometimes, because when you share bad news, it seems like people take it and go, oh, and then they want to, talk more about it. But when you share good news, people usually go, they just go, and even if the person that you're sharing it with has a physical challenge, some kind of illness that's plaguing them at the time, and you share with them why you're so healthy, they still will go, They don't give too much weight. But I'm just really excited, and I'm very proud to have reached one of my biggest goals in life. I know I'm reaching it every single time I get my blood work and it comes out excellent. I am not here to brag. I am here to share and to teach. And if you guys want to learn more about how I keep myself so healthy at 80 years old, no. I can't help but be happy today. The wig makes me happy. And you guys are going to be leaving messages, comments, this and that. You like it, you don't like it. I don't care. You're going to be seeing me in this wig for the next couple of videos or more, because I absolutely love it. Anyways, let's talk about Manny's wake-up call. Manny's video wake-up call. And it sombered me. It really made me sad. It made me very sad and very, I just started pondering my parents and reflecting on the way I acted when I was young. And I shared a little bit about this in my previous video. I think the video was fantastic. I think it was done really well. There's so many criticisms coming from, the left side of your butthole, talking about, how Manny's trying to do a documentary like, Shane Dawson. He did not invent documentaries. Documentaries have been They have been around for a very long time. Shane may have given it popularity on YouTube as a platform. You know, maybe he's bringing it more to light. Who cares that Manny did 2-part series on his video, Wake Up Call? You know, so sometimes the criticisms that I read are so, it's almost like you can tell they didn't watch the whole video. They already don't like Manny. They probably gave it a thumbs down before they saw it. All of these things, okay? So basically, I went into watching the video not being a fan of Manny MUA's. I don't even know if I'm subscribed to him or not. I have watched many of his videos, but I don't know if I'm actually like a fan. I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I do call myself a fan of Jeffree Star. Now, but to me, that doesn't mean that I am on one side of the coin and not the other side. Many of you guys who are watching me now will leave comments and explain to me why you're on one side or you're on the other side. I'm on really neither side. So when I watched Manny's video, I just watched it and it really touched my heart in many ways that you wouldn't think of. I am going to share those with you. Okay, so when, I'm going to skip around. I don't have any order to this. I just don't want to leave anything out. When Manny started talking about Karina Kaboom and he apologized to her, my very first thought was, will Karina accept his apology? Has Karina Kaboom matured to the level where she accepts an apology? I didn't know. She has. She did. And she's going to let it go. And I'm just really happy. I'm really, really happy that happened that way. I don't know. I couldn't see anything different with Karina. With everything she said about Manny, she's accepted it. She even stated that it's letting go of her own, resentfulness or her own negativity towards Manny. When she accepted his apology, she also got rid of the negativity towards Manny. Unfortunately, Jeffree Star has chosen to take another route. And, to many, such as Karina and many others, it's not surprising. I really did think for a second that Jeffree Star was just going to say, you know what, I accept your apology. I don't really want to hang out with you. I don't want to be friends with you. I accept your apology and that's it. And put all of the energy and all of the thoughts into his brand and into traveling and into his contracts and into keep making his world a better place for his dogs to live in. The vibration is just great. I mean, doesn't have time, for all this. This is what I would hope. But no, Jeffree Star had to come in with a lot of different tweets, even going as far as saying that Manny MUA is the sociopath. Now, this is oh boy, you guys, this comes from a very painful place. It comes from a painful place, but it also comes from a very immature, lack of awareness place on Jeffree Star's part. He said, well, if you guys only knew what he did, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why Karina Kaboom would encourage Jeffree Star to let us in on what Manny did. I don't know, whenever it was, 2 years ago or a year ago, or it doesn't matter. Can't you guys just let it go and say goodbye? And I'm mostly speaking to Jeffree on Jeffree Star's reaction. It's just more negativity. And Jeffree Star's the one who says, can't relate. I think he's named one of his tours, can't relate, and all this. Well, when you, Jeffree Star, make comments in tweets towards Manny MUA, like calling him a sociopath and saying that he's copying this and he's doing that and it's all negativity. When you do that, you are relating. You are relating. Oh my God. Please, you guys get that part, right? So if someone were to come, was angry with me or were trying to get to me, like one of you guys in the comments or something, and say something like, oh, Moonlight Mason is gay, pretend. Someone said, she's bisexual or she's gay. Or she used to be a man, something outrageous. It wouldn't bother me because it's not true. And I would just go, whatever, But because it bothers Jeffree Star so much that he has to go beyond the call of just being a mature adult, of being a well-balanced person who has so much going on in his life, so many positive things going on his life, right? Instead of him just going, no big deal. I accept your apology. Like I said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be your friend, but let it go and move on to a place of unlimited possibilities. Jeffree Star is holding himself back in negativity. He's holding himself in a place of hurt. He's keeping himself imprisoned in his own little box of negative energy towards Manny. You see what I'm saying? And so this is a learning lesson for all of us because all of us go through these things. Meanwhile, at Manny's house, he's got some, oh my God, what really humbled me and what really touched my heart were his parents. The part that really humbled me about Manny MUA's video was his family. Okay, it was his family. I'm not sure if I missed the first part of it. I only watched it once. I really wanted to watch it again, but I've had so many things happening here on the home front that I've had to take care of that I watched it once, and I know that if I would have watched it 2 or 3 times, I would have more to share. But from what I saw, what affected me the most was the relationship between Manny's mom, dad, and their children. That affected me really a lot. Now, I did see the first video, Manny's coming out video with his parents, and that also humbled me. And I believe I made some mention of it on some video of how lucky he was to have parents that would just accept him. Okay. So, but yesterday, the parents, when they were talking about how when Manny went to the hospital from having panic attacks, having such anxiety, he ended over all this on YouTube, over all this of social media. Okay. Maybe a lot of that I can see a lot of that is, where you have, I've said this in another video, so much invested in YouTube, counting on that money, counting on that money to pay your bills next month. That could be a part of it. Another huge part of it is just having feelings as a human being and being attacked and all the bad stuff that happened to Manny MUA from other YouTubers. That's really sad that this kind of culture can exist, that we can have so much power over someone else. Like many have committed suicide because of being bullied on social media. I'm not trying to imply that Manny wasn't the bully and that he was being bullied. I'm just giving you an example. But yesterday on his video, when his mom was talking about how he was in the hospital and his dad was talking about how they were there just to support him, it really touched me. It touched me because personally, I didn't have that. I had parents, they were never divorced, and I'm not going to go into a big thing, but I certainly didn't have any support whatsoever. And so if something, just to put it a little briefly, but it's all tied into my culture as well, and it's a longer story. But if something bad were to happen to me, or bad things did happen to me when I was a kid, or I didn't do anything bad, but I needed to talk about it with someone or anything like that, it would be more like, my mom would always say, that's you. Like, that's you. You got yourself into this mess. You get out of it. I'm not going to change my life, my mother. I'm not going to change what I'm doing, how I think, to hug you, to kiss you, to be there for you. Okay? And then my dad, to see the opposite in Manny's family, and many of you may have families just like that, is such a beautiful thing that I really got humbled to how many people, take that for granted every single day. So I just wanted to share with you that if you're an adult who is well balanced and had a horrible childhood because something bad happened with your parents, I'm talking about your parents, but now you're a well-adjusted adult, there's probably an 85%, and I just drew that percentage out of my hat because I know so many people, okay, that fall into this. There's probably an 85% chance that when you get older than you are now, and your parents get older, you'll forget about everything, and you will be there for your parents. That's what I've seen. I personally know people that are in their early 50s, let's say, whose mother allowed them to be sexually abused by a boyfriend when they were younger, and now they take care of the mother. And for a long time, in many different, it doesn't have to be that. It could be many different scenarios with your parents. And for a long time, I tried to figure out, wow, how could you love your mom? Because I didn't have any of that. I didn't have anything like that happen at all. But I was like, how could you be there for your mom, when what she did wasn't take care of you when you were a child and you needed to be protected. And now that your mom is elderly, now you're there for her, not only as a friend, but as support, and to help her if she has any medical conditions. You will take her into your home and you will take care of her instead of throwing her out into the streets. 85% of adults who are well adjusted that came from a background will love their parents when they get older. And that's just because that's your mom, that's your dad. You didn't get to pick them, they didn't come with a user manual. That's all they knew. And I used to say that all the time. I used to say that's all they knew. But then when I saw, like my sister being treated differently, then as a child, I'd be, wait a minute, if that's all they knew, if that's all they know, then, why would they be treating me any differently? Those are different videos. You'll find some of those videos in my playlist under True Stories, and I want to make more to add to those. But the core of what I'm saying of getting from Manny's video was all about the love, the support, the undying support that Manny has from his parents is an absolutely beautiful thing, and it should never, ever go unnoticed. If you happen to be in a place in your life right now where you have parents that care about you, that hug you, that tell you that they love you, that support you. Sometimes parents will say, whatever you want, you want to be a garbage man? Let me send you to garbage men's school. I don't know. You know what I'm saying though, right? They support you in whatever you want to do. If you have parents like that, I know it's hard right now because, you're going through it, but every day, every single day is a blessing with your parents. I lost both of my parents. I don't have any parents at all. I don't have any parents. And so, I don't have that. And even when I did have my parents, who I absolutely love, I love them so much. But even when I did have them, I didn't have the relationship dynamic that Manny has with his parents. And that is something that we should all look at. Now, Manny also admitted that after he went to the hospital for like 2 weeks, he really kind of got into self-medicating. That's what the word that he used. And he did mention Xanax, and and I don't see any empathy going on. Only I do see it from his fans, like like on his videos, right? I see a lot of empathy for him, and I think I did. I hope I said some kind words. I'm not sure if I did, but if I didn't, I should add my 2 cents in the comments. I don't see anybody being empathetic with someone who just went through such pain. It's interesting how on YouTube you can separate yourself from the person that you're watching. It's so interesting, because if you were to meet Manny in person or Jeffree Star in person, or if you were to meet whoever it is that you don't like, Kim Kardashian actually has a video when she did exactly what I'm telling you. She had this hater. Let me know in the comments below if you saw this, but Kim Kardashian had a hater, and she would just say all kinds of horrible things about Kim and make videos about Kim and just really drag her. And so Kim just thought, you know what, I'm going to go visit this girl. I'm going to spend a whole day with her. And she made arrangements. She videotaped the whole thing. She picked the girl up. She spent the day with the girl, and afterwards the first thing she said about Kim Kardashian was, wow, I couldn't really even look into her eyes. She's so pretty. That's the first thing she said. Whereas before, she was calling her an ugly ass, B-I and B-I-T and, all the stuff, right? So the first thing she did was compliment her physical attributes, but then she said that she absolutely loved Kim, that Kim was really sweet, really nice, really, genuine and soft-spoken, and just had that energy that was just loving. Kim Kardashian has that energy. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my wig, because you're going to be seeing it quite a bit. This is Moonlight Mason, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.